Well, hello, everybody. It is time for some LMU racing. I'm getting started a bit early here, 10 minutes, because I wanted to look at, showing you, if you haven't heard, LMU is getting an update soon. So let me get the screen up here. Here it is. Yes, version 1.3. 1.3 for you guys, for us guys. And let's make sure I get everything up here. Oh, get rid of that myself. You don't need to see my face this time. Yeah, so 1.3 is coming up. Going to get a new car, Duquesne D009. That's an LMP3 car. But more exciting new layouts for Silverstone, Paul Ricard, and Imola. Getting a bigger grid. Yeah, we won't have to be doubling up on garages. I hope that's what that means, or maybe it was just the grid size was limited. Grid size was limited. Did they say? Well, they're going to do some other things here. Big one is going to be. I thought I saw some improvements on tire models. You guys with Logitech's devices are going to actually get something called True Force. I guess it's a little bit better for force feedback. So performance, what are they doing for performance? UI is a little bit better. Oh, I guess it's back-end stuff, so we won't be noticing that too much, but it should be better for improvement. Loading times, 20% faster. That's great. That's great. Not to see if anybody's watching yet. Nobody's watching yet, but anyway, we'll get to that later. What are they? Oh, yeah, they're getting a new overlay package. So for us broadcasters, that's going to be great. You can see the pictures there. I guess it's the same overlays that they have in the regular broadcasting on TV. So that's helpful. And you can see the GT3 cars, the multi-class cars together. Not that that helps us too much, but I think the back end of the broadcasting is going to be a little bit better, hopefully. I noticed just playing with it this morning, I haven't broadcasted an LMU race in a while, that they've been working on the controls a little bit that weren't working. They're working now. Hopefully I'll get the overlay working. It doesn't work in practice mode, so I can't see if it's working yet. We'll see that in a minute. What else? Talking about the future a little bit. Just wonder what kind of, if they did anything to physics, going back up here a little bit. I know we had some issues with the new tire models a little bit goofy. Anyway, let's, I'll get out of that now. Get back to me. So we are at Algarve today in Portugal, Portimao. You can hear the guys in the background there if you want. They're practicing out there on the track. We won't show that just yet. I will show you the standings right now. Let's go to that. Oh, you can see it now. You can. I never did transition over to my face. So there we go. The standings are in first place, John Saunders with 112 points. In second place, Diego Casio with 99. So he's got a significant lead because he's got all first places there, John does. Brian Murray is in third with 2 third-place finishes. So what's going on there with race, let me get up on the screen here, race 2 and 4, where for some reason those were labeled as practice races. I'm not sure what we were fooling around with there, but they were practice races, so not counting in the standings. Although we got 4 races in, one is getting dropped. So very close for second place and third place also, Stuart Packham. But I just heard on the chat line that Stuart's not in today. So that's going to give Murray some breathing room. Maybe Steve Howells. Let's see if Steve's out there. So he'll probably jump up in the standings. As will Michel Benchai is not practicing yet. I'm not sure he's going to show up. But the other guys are all here today. So that is the standings. What else can we talk about before? We've got 7 minutes until qualification time. I'm going to be very interested to see whether I get the the overlays working here, because I'm hoping the overlays don't work in practice mode. It's quite a setup here for to get set up for LMU broadcasting. Worst comes to worst, I'll be showing you the same tower that you use in replay mode. But anyway, yeah, I had a huge panic. Usually these days I'm pretty good for getting ready for these broadcasts, because it used to be a little bit of a panic mode once we weren't used to it. But this morning I had a big panic because my microphone wasn't working properly. I even had to enlist Krister a little bit to see whether he could help me, and I was on Discord with him, and I go, "Oh, it's not working at all on Discord. Oh my God, what's going on? What's going on?" And I wasn't using the push to talk. I finally recognized after about 3 phone calls and back and forth text that I had to push to talk on. That's why he couldn't hear me. But yeah, between OBS, Microsoft microphones, oh my God, what a disaster. It is sometimes. I got a camera. My camera has a microphone, so that's why if you heard some weird echoing last week, couldn't get the microphone off the USB camera. I got that settled, but that caused me to have some other issues. For some reason, I'm going to put the track sound behind here on so that it sounds like a racing broadcast. So LMU, still not a lot of people joining LMU. Come on, guys. It is a viable racing platform. We got to get you guys that are in ACC still pushed over to LMU, because I think that is the way things are going to go. Although, I'm telling you, Saturday's race tomorrow is a practice race. We've got another what do I call it? Coordinated, stewarded, but anyway, we got ballast race again tomorrow. So we'll have Chris Bourne ballasting us in different ways based on his experience with hard driving capabilities. And that last week's race was, last time we did this, it was super fun. So yeah, if you don't get on board with the practice races because you're saying it doesn't, it's not that much fun, it is definitely a lot of fun with that ballasting. It brings the grids very close together. Oh, he's doing a safety car again. Yes, safety cars. Yeah, that's so much fun too. So yeah, just join us for those practice races, and we're going to practice that whole process. And I think maybe we will try getting that going during the season. Spice things up in ACC. Don't have to spice up LMU. Lots of us still learning this whole system. I'm going to flip over now to the practice. Guys are having, so you can kind of see right now who's doing what. Diego's got a half a second on John, who's got 3/10 of a second on Steve, who doesn't have too much of a lead on Brian Murray. Jose's not far behind either, as is Krista. Krista was around last week. If you remember my very late replay of the previous LMU race, we had a hell of a race with 4 guys at the top, all vying for podium positions. And if Krister hangs in there with that kind of time, he'll be in there too. And I think that was the track with Bahrain. Bahrain's track is kind of interesting because whoa, there goes Diego. Nice spin there on Diego. Follow John a little bit. Anybody out there? Everybody's in the pits. Looks like he's still out there. So I am hoping that I'll get overlays once practice stops here. Try to get the overlays going. But it didn't quite work. So I will attempt to do that again in a few seconds. I'll leave this view up because I think whole practice is over in 2 minutes. Just while I'm overlays on the screen. Having a little trouble. It's not working properly. I'll have to try setting that up again. Once just gonna do that while things get going here. Sure, but I don't see it. If I could take these off. Control to get the remote out of that. I'm not pretty sure why it is not letting me see the overlays for you guys. Should be showing the overlays now. Well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't. Oh, I know what it is. I think I know what it is. I didn't actually turn them on. Ah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm out of practice, guys. Sorry. All right. Okay, now I'm going to get this all set up. To leader. Right. That we'll have to show what are we going to show for people? Oh, we got 4 people watching. Say hello in the chat. I will try and follow the chat a little bit. Get the chat visible for me. Nice to see somebody watching. It was a great race last time. So, all right, we're getting ready for qualification. See who gets out there first. Watch the board up on top, and you can see the pit stop there now. Certainly not going to watch me. Is anybody out there yet? I don't see anybody going. Oh, through only 3 seconds gone so far, so that's okay. Come on there. I don't see anybody. There we go. Outlap. Who is out first? Here's Krister. There is John. He's out there. Michelle Benchaya might have got out first. Hugo. Is he out first or second? And Steve Howell. He might be the first guy out there.
Come on, Mike. Can you hear me?
Oh, hi there. Hi, hello.
Yeah, your audio on the stream mic's a wee bit low.
I'll pump it up.
It's perfect for me and you now, but
Yes.
on YouTube, very low.
Okay,
All right.
I'll pump it up. I'm telling me the audio is a little bit low there, so I'm going to pump it up quite a bit, and that should be better. How's that now, Brian?
I think there's just 30-second delay, so.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Just give me I'll listen for a little while and see if you say it's better. All right.
Okay.
All right, so I've been just chatting with on Discord there with the guys, see how the volume is, and we are still on outlaps. Let's just see what everybody looks like here. We are on board with There is John. I hope I have everybody's liveries. I didn't update it, unfortunately. There is Mr. Benchaya. There is Hugo in the big bad Mercedes. There's Krister. He's also in the Mercedes, of course, with his custom livery. Jose Alves. There he is. I'm pretty sure that's a custom livery also. Pretty jazzy in that BMW. And Jeremy is out there. I don't know if Jeremy has a custom livery in LMU. Ask him careful about that. And that is Danny Britos in the McLaren. Terry's out there today, as well as Jean-Marie Groslo. A few people showing up now. I'm not sure if that's a custom livery or not. It looks pretty jazzy. I like it, whatever it is. Jean-Marie. Diego's out there. We're getting some sector times. There's Diego. And Brian Murray is in his outlap too. Lots of those McLarens in the McLaren color. And I'm going to take a quick peek at the overlays thing and get my mouse in the right place. That's not what I wanted to do. Better? Okay. So I'm not showing any I think it was Saunders. Well, we're going to put the leader up here anyway to see what kind of time. Oh, there's Howells. He put the first time up, followed by Bajaya and Caballero. But Saunders here, we're watching Saunders right now. And let's see what he is going to have for a time. He's in the Marlboro Special. I'm pretty sure that is definitely a custom livery for John Saunders. Here he comes in. This must be getting close to the start-finish line. I'm not familiar with the corners in this view. Here he comes. Way back in his lap. He's into sector 2. I just saw a time. He's got a fast sector 2. Fastest sector 2. Fastest sector. No, not the fastest sector 2. Howells had him on sector 2. Here he comes. Here he comes. I can see the sectors on my screen up here. If they're right, he might just get pole here. Long. 1.458 seconds is the time to beat. Maybe we got by the third finish line and he hasn't put in a valid time yet. There it is. John Saunders, pole position by 0.3 of a second almost. There we go. All right. I can't tell. I don't have live intervals here, live timings for how fast people are going, so we just have to keep watching here to see who can do what. Let's get, oh, look at that, Diego put in the top time, 1:44.7. He's 0.2 up. Let's see how Howells is doing. Where is Howells on the track? Onboard graphic there for Howells. I believe that could be sectors. How he's doing in his sector. Let's see if that little green bar shows up on the second sector. Watch Steve for a bit. See if he improves. We are 8 minutes left in qualifying. Big boys are up at the top as usual. Don't forget, quali is quali. It's not. No, I don't know what that little graphic on top there says third is. And Howells is. pretty good sector 2 in there. A little bit harder to follow in LMU how people are doing in quali. So some changes at the bottom down here. I'm going to just follow a few guys around. There's Diego again. Looks like John went to the pit. This is common with John. He goes to the pit to do a few things during quali. Comes out with less fuel, I'm sure. The overlay's awfully big on this screen, isn't it? I'm hoping that the tower is a bit better. Let's just see what the tower shows. I'm going to turn this off for a second. And let's see what the tower shows. So we see, one thing we can see, the overlay didn't go off yet. Oh, I got to transition over, that's all right. One thing you can see is what kind of fuel they've got on. A few guys are running around here in quali with full fuel loads. It's a little strange, but that's all. Howells and Murray only got 7% on there. It's kind of surprising you guys put full fuel unless they think that's better for traction. Let's go down through everybody. Again, it does not show us how well they are doing, unless this is sort of something a bit better. Ooh, there we go. No, that's not showing us. It's showing that lap time up there, 4th lap. Current time, that just shows you the best time, 0.36. For Diego, that is just showing you his best time, or his current lap timing. That's not the, well, it does show the sector, so you might be able to see green colors on that sector time. Let's see if John's got any colors there. Really, he's just coming out in an out lap. Steve Howells, yeah, it does show this. I'll leave that one up there then. And if I turn this overlay on, no, I could take the standings off, put the overlay back on. There, that's maybe a good one. So that was showing you, we're on with Steve. He's gone into the pits now. Who's still out there? Jose's still out there. He's having better sector times. Oh, look at that. It does show at the sector what is, I think it shows you the gap at the sector time to his best time. So let's just see how he does. Jose is in 5th place. He is 1.349 behind Murray. And let's just see if he improves on that one. He didn't improve on his last time, it shows there. That little hill will tell me they're coming close to the pit stop. Yes, he does. So that helps, that little thing. He improved his best time. All right, so that tells us a few things. Diego's in his out lap. Oh, look at this. Look at this. John has got the best first sector. I can tell you by how much. No, I can't because I don't see it on the screen, but he fell behind a little bit in the second sector, but he's still up by 0.73 from his best time. What is that going to get him? That should get him pole position. He is going out there for pole. He's going for pole in the Marlboro Special. Yep, when we see the hill, I think is when, look at that, he flies over that corner. And I think there's a little bit of a issue there with the track. You still got that issue with cars. Okay, here he comes anyway. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Pole, no! No pole. He didn't do it in the 3rd sector. Did not do it on the 3rd sector. Didn't even improve on his 3rd sector. So I'm not quite sure what he did in the pits that time. How is Steve is on an out lap. Jose has got 2 green sectors. He's trying to improve his time. He is down by not very much on Howells. This could be for 3rd place. He's in the 3rd sector now. This makes it a little bit more exciting than I can tell what's going on. I'm hoping the sound is a bit better. Here we go, here we go. On the 5 guys watching, can you tell me if the sound is better? And did Jose make it? No, he didn't. Maybe Howells improved? No, he didn't. He only needed 0.8 of a second, so he improved, but not enough. We have 2 minutes left, so it's like Jose's giving it up. How is John Saunders doing? He's not improving on his sector times. Diego's just finishing his, going out for his first lap. Steve Howells also, I believe. He's improving a little bit, it looks like. First sector, 4/1000th of a second. If I click that off, everything goes off. I can't get rid of just the... There's a time light. I don't need that anymore today. So here we go. He's improved in his first sector. Let's see what he does in his second sector. Howells is in third place. He's trying to improve. He needs 0.3 or so to improve. He's improved on his second sector. He doesn't have the fastest ones though. He improved a little bit there. Excuse me. Corners to go yet. You can really see the gradients on this view. You're noticing as much in car, a little 3D effect, I guess. There he comes around the last few corners, over that corner. He's a little light on the loafers there. Here he comes, here he comes. Is he going to improve enough to get into second? Come on over the start-finish line soon. That's his last. He'll make one more lap if he wants. He improves slightly, but not enough. Not enough. Very close. He's only 2/100ths down. Is he going to try another lap? Does not look like it. Let's see if John is on board here. He is improved his second sector. What does he need? He needs 0.2. We didn't quite catch it in the second. Oh, he's behind by points on his best also. So yeah, he's having difficulty on that first sector. How is Throwbridge doing? Throwbridge needs a lot. Everybody else is in the pits here. Jean-Marie Gros, and Throwbridge overcooks it on the out, on the exit. That is something. Okay, Gros Low now is giving up. So Diego's still out there. He's going for an extra lap. Practice, I guess. You notice on the tower there, it's not showing some of the car types. Oh, you know what it is? If you have a custom livery, it doesn't show your car type. Like Christopher has a Mercedes, and it doesn't show his car type. It's Caballero. It's got a normal livery, I guess. Anyway, I think Diego's the only guy on track, just getting some practice time in. So everybody else is there. So, all right. So Diego's gone. All right. So. Maybe I will show you. Go back and refresh ourselves a little bit on the standings. So we've got John in first place, Diego in second.
Oh dear.
And Brian in third.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Let's shake things up a little bit. So now the start. Let's get to the start. Everybody's still shown in the pits. Oh, there's Jose's out there on track, so I'll put him out there until we get. And now I'm going to get the overlays back on. Right, so Diego in first place, Saunders next, Howells third, Alves fourth. Can I maybe get a better view of everybody? Now, let's see here. Maybe that's a better view. There's Diego out there. He is there. There he is in first place. Not everybody's there. John is not here yet. He's still in the pits. There is Howells in the BMW. See, he doesn't show him on the tower. Oh, that's a custom livery. Alves is not there yet. Oh, no. Oh no, Alvis is in the BMW. Howells is in a. What does that look like?
Good
Can't
quality
tell.
for
I think he's in
Terry.
a Lexus. Brian Murray
Lamborghini,
is
yeah.
on grid. He is in a McLaren. Trowbridge.
Formation lap has started.
Well, there's a formation lap started. Now I can go through all these guys. Review again. There we go. Diego in the Porsche. Saunders in a Aston Martin. Awesome.
Good luck, Jose. I'll turn the mic off now.
I'll let
Okay.
you go.
Jose
Cheers.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
in the BMW. And Murray is in a McLaren. Terry Trowbridge also in a McLaren, I believe. Next is Krister in the BMW. And Sean Ben-Chai in the red McLaren. Danielle Britos in another McLaren.
Green flag, green flag.
Missed the green flag. Let's get on top here. Barely missed the green flag. Diego, it's going to keep it on this view. Diego is staying in there. Saunders is trying. And Alvarez is trying to get around Howells. Let's see what's going on in the back a little bit. Oh, there goes Krister by Bichenchaya. In the front. Saunders is not able to catch up. It looks like back there Murray is trying to challenge Jose. Corners are exciting as usual. What is John doing? Let's see if I can make this smaller. This tower a little bit. Yes, I can. Graphic there on the push. So I'm sorry for going away from the race for a bit. A little bit better. Kind of like that overlay. It's so big. All right, where are we? There is Howells trying to get on Saunders. That's a close battle there. Gap as well. These guys opening up a slight gap there. How is Murray doing? Murray's hanging in there with Alves back here. We've got Kristen and Benchaya still battling it out. The back in the pack. Jean-Marie and Jeremy. He hasn't put in the time in on this track. It looks like he's faster than that. Get on board with Saunders. Camera on board, not good. That means I'm going to put this up. There we go. There he is. He is going to start challenging, I think. And looks like back there, Brian gave Alves a little bit of a look there. See behind in his rearview mirror. And Krister is challenging Trowbridge. This is the best little battle right now. You know me, I love this on-board view. Who else is watching? Hello, everybody else watching. Hope the volumes are better. Please, if you're on the chat, tell me how my volumes are. I hate broadcasting when the volumes aren't perfect. I get all mixed tell on my OBS. Look at this. Brian is really giving it a go. Look at that. I thought they had fixed the camera button on the Look how wide this track is. This is the way I like watching races. Saunders on the long straight and not catch up. like Brian had a problem. I heard an on the channel there. Look at this. Owls is challenging for first and second now. This is going to be interesting. In that Lexus. That Lexus is a good car. Alright, let's see some other gaps here. We've got the Chaya on Krister by 6/10 of a second. And back here, Jeremy now is getting the hang of that Aston Martin, it looks like. He's got a different car. Aston looks like, and that is on a I believe, of Jean-Marie Rolo. That Aston Martin got a short wheelbase, it looks like. Way down in the standings now. I thought he was up there. Something must have happened to Jose at one point. Sorry about missing that. Alright, let's go down the board here. We've got Diego in first place, followed by John Saunders, more than half a second behind, followed by Steve Howells. He's only a little over a half a second, falling down a little bit, now he's almost a second. Brian is struggling a little bit. He's back there by 2.6 seconds. He's in an Aston Martin too, I think. Next is Trowbridge. He is Mr. Terry Trowbridge. Krister's trying to chase him down. Krister's 2 seconds back. He's being challenged by Michel Benchaya, who's being challenged by Jose. Jose should have better pace. I believe Jose is up there in the standings. Is next. Jean-Marie Rolo not far behind, as well as Jeremy. Failed position, but he's trying to catch up. How are we doing up here? Well, Saunders has caught up a little bit, but look at these three. This is going to be another one of these races, guys. Let's get on board with Steve. Up in the brink until we saw that last time. A little bit, goes a little wide. The tower that we see there, the tower is actually showing live gaps. Right, yeah, so he does catch up in the different parts of the track. That Porsche is quick. Diego's got that Porsche mastered. Hanging in there again. Brian Murray's falling behind more and more. Here's another close gap. Oh, there, he's going to pass Benchaya at some point. View of sound is strange. Your voice is faint compared to the game sound. Jeez, I don't know what the problem is here, guys. I'm really trying to struggling with that one. It shows really good on my audio. Let me see if I can look at Microsoft for a bit. Bear with me on track. I'm not watching. Should be okay. Quickly checking my sound. Well, that sound looks wired. The sound looks okay on my, it looks okay everywhere. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I'll turn the volume down a little bit on the game. And I don't want to go too far because I'm going to be in the distortion zone there. Oh well, I'll do the best I can. Oh, that's on my distortion zone now. Okay, let's see what's going on here. John and these guys are still together. I can't turn the game audio down a little bit. Hopefully that'll be helpful. Yep, got it. Gonna have a whole race with these three guys. But if you watched last week's race, these guys don't make too many mistakes. They don't make too many mistakes. The most in the tower, everybody who's registered in SimGrid shows up on the tower. Anything happening at the back here? That looks like Jeremy got by Daniel Butos. I'm going to see if I can go back a little bit. In time and catch that. Not really. Alright, I don't want to fool around too much with going for replays here because we're going to lose out on some racing action live up at the front. Who else has got a close gap? Danny must have had a problem somewhere. Everybody else has opened up quite a bit of a gap to each other, so we'll just stick with the tower here for now. Change the tower a little bit. Gaps. Gaps. Next. How about that change? There we go. You guys got gaps for the next player right now. Alright, let's get on board with Saunders. There we go. Look how that course, Diego just slides that course down the oh, the game volume is turning down on my voice now. Holy smokes. I'm going to leave it there. That's not correct. I have no idea what the mixer is doing in OBS right now. I should be able to turn these things up independently of each other. Anyway, we have to live with what we got. Do any better. Alright, so what do we got to do? These guys are hanging in there. I'll just talk as loud as I can, I suppose, so that whatever volume you get. Thanks for the feedback on the chat though. I'll do the best I can. It seems like LMU is a bit different than broadcasting work. So these guys challenging each other. It seems like Saunders can catch up on certain corners, but just can't make any headway. Brian really struggling with keeping up with this pack at the front, the peloton at the front. Jose now is challenging. Ooh, what happened there? Jose is showing in the pits. Is that right? Jose's gone. Jose is in the pits. Something happened there. He had to retire. Wow, what is going on there? Let me see if I can catch if there was an issue. There's Jose. I'm going to replay a little bit now. There's Jose on Jean-Marie. There wasn't an incident. I'm just scrolling as you can see a little bit. There's Jean-Marie. He's trying to get by Jean-Marie. Whoa! He just disappeared. Obviously, that was a that was kind of cool to watch. To get the live action here. Live action. Obviously, Jose's got connection problems. He just flew off the track. That was fun to watch. All right. What are we doing? I don't know if the cars are really bouncing over that hill the way it shows. screen, that could be net code. On board here. Saunders. This little graphic up because otherwise you can't see the time on board. Saunders catches up. Whoa! There was a bit of a slip there on the board. He is all over the place. What have we got in terms of 5 minutes to go in the race? It's a 40-minute race. I believe. See if I can show what happened there? Diego brake check him or what? That was very strange. Wow, that was a round bottom moment. Look, something's happening with Diego, I think. Something's happening. Diego's struggling or what? Just get on board with him, but man, oh man, all of a sudden Saunders is just up on his tail. He's being very careful now. And he is telling him, Saunders. Getting a little bit nervous. He's falling behind. Diego's picked it up big time after that issue. On him now. I want to see if Diego is having trouble in the somehow. A little bit of a challenge there. Watch his steering input through some of these tough corners. Here comes that sharp one. Look at that behind him. Look at that. He seems to be having some issues on the power down there. As horses are prone to do. Saunders is really catching up here. Certain parts of the track. Understand what happened there to Diego for those couple of laps. Everybody else is got big gaps. We'll go through them all in a few minutes. We'll get away from the top three here right now. We've got, we started with 12, but Jose Algarve had to retire some problems. Within the points, he's got a first and second. First, I should say. Very close behind. He's got a first and a third that are counting. So this will help him stand a bit weak now. Watching the Sounders here. Let's get on with Powell. Ryan Murray, my best broadcast audience, watching all the races afterwards. Oh, it's like Howells. Ryan, let's watch Howells here. Oh, that's the Lexus. Yeah, I couldn't tell from the sound of it. Good. Well, look at this. It's on this little wider than ours nicer line. You haven't tried LMU. You gotta try it. Totally different driving experience. cars will slide around a little bit more when you're up there with the big boys. They're just putting out a performance here. We had a little bit of trouble a couple of laps ago. So Saunders is 50%. 50% of his energy. And may not be able to finish here. Saunders has 47. Diego has 60. Maybe Diego is saving his energy a little bit here. I think he knew what he was doing. Doing some coasting into the corner. He saved himself a pit stop. These 40-minute races are just on the edge of the pit stop. Okay. All right, I think it's time to go through and show you what is what on the race today. There is Diego in first place, followed by Saunders, closely followed by Howell in the Lexus, Brian Murray in the McLaren colors. He's got a 18-second lead on Terry Throwbridge. His own got a 10-second lead. That is he had an 11-second, 2-second lead on Krister. Reading the wrong column there. So Krister's chasing down Terry. That's going to be a battle to watch. Next is Michel Benchaya, followed 7 seconds later by Hugo Caballero. Another Mercedes, Jean-Marie Rolo. In a Ferrari, one of the few Ferraris. Right? Not the best car in LMU apparently. There is Danny Britos in the McLaren, and who's behind him? That's Jeremy. And the Aston Martin. Oh, Jeremy looks like he's going to retire for some reason. Yeah, that's a retiree again. Surely goes to the pits. All right, on board here with the leaders. Looks like Howells is the one. Looks like Howells is the one that's challenging now. Saunders got retired also. Never remember who you are at that time. Look at this. He is challenging. He's only had a couple races. He's been a fourth and a third. So he's challenging Saunders big time. He has to go up in the standings also because still listen, so he'll definitely go into fourth place at least. In the standings during the season, however. Let us just watch Diego. He's coasting into these corners to save fuel. Watch. Lift and coast and save fuel. Not on that corner he didn't lift and coast. Lots of few corners here. He has 52% of his energy and we are well past the halfway mark. No lifting and coasting there. No, he is full throttle. Now, and Saunders again. All right, everybody else has still got 3 big gaps. nice livery that Howells has. For a while. Eagles opened up a 1.4-second lead. It looks like these two guys are the biggest battle. Krister's not making much inroads into getting ahead of Trowbridge. Yeah, it looks like it does still on these track routes. If I change the racing view. I'll zoom by the camera there and go right over the camera. Steven. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen soon. He looks like he's a little glove there. He looks like he's white knuckling it now. Certainly a white knuckle. We just got 13 minutes left in this race. And this owl right over top of Saunders. Well, then all of a sudden that Saunders took off there. What happened there? He missed a shift. Wow, Owl's pulled a big gap there all of a sudden. Owl's missed shift. Oh, you know what he's doing? He might be saving. He's only got 35% energy left. What has Saunders got? Saunders has all 32. We might see some lifting going on here. Let's see. No lifted coast there. We'll start saving energy. Might come right down to the wire in terms of sitting here without a pit stop. Or they will just see if some strategy here. On that one. You pick your corner to do a lift on it. There. After way off the throttle on that corner. What happened there? There's some real slip. They definitely had something going on. We're going to track Group 1. Let's see what Group 1 looks like. So yes, we're getting an update on LMU. In about 3 days, I think. The biggest thing I think is going to be the 20% reduction in load time. That's going to be nice. And some improvements. Join us again for eSeniors ACC racing tomorrow. Remember, the times are a little different. We move the times up for the European players who have same racing time. Standard time here in North America before European standard time. We got 10 minutes left in the race, 40-minute race we had. I'm really sorry about the volumes, everyone, but I'll work on that next week. Microphone inputs and OBS are a challenge. Very good recently, so I'm not sure why it's not working well in LMU. Let's try a different track here. Not sure why Howells has 24 gaps. I'll watch those gaps up front if something happens. We're going to go on board here, everybody. You had that. Let's go on board with Murray for a while. Not McLaren. Move him on board with everybody. Oh, he's got lots of buttons on his windshield. He's like half laps with everybody. This is Mr. Brian Murray, one of our premier drivers. He's being challenged this season by those guys up front in the LMU. Brian's very quiet, that McLaren. In my ears, anyway. Next is Terry Trowbridge. Is in a Lamborghini. Woo. That is an interesting choice for Mr. Trowbridge. Maybe he's always wanted a Lambo in his driveway and he couldn't afford it, so he wanted to drive it here in LMU. Pretty smooth through these corners. What a different sound in that Lambo. It's interesting that the Lambo has nice stitching on the dashboard there for a racing car. Red stitching. Follow very smooth, straight all the way over to the steering lock. Compound corner, you really have to be careful when you get on the throttle. Here he goes. Now the last corner. Lift a little bit. Right there, and back on the throttle for the long straight. And let's see Krister through these same corners. There he is, that Lambo's up ahead of him. Now Krister's in a Mercedes for a particular reason. He's been running because he's got a relative connection in GT3 who has that, not only that Mercedes, but that livery, the Joker livery. His job there. Carry on with him for a little while. He's quite high up there. Looks like a little old lady. You don't see his steering wheel on this. That's not fun when watching steering wheel. Here we are in another McLaren. That is Terry, Michelle Benchaya. Up front here, he is still about the same distance. We'll catch up with those guys in a second. Finish off with Joe. I'll keep an eye on those times and we'll go back if we have to. Hugo's in a Mercedes too. I guess that's the beauty you get out of a Mercedes. Wow, it sounds loud. Next is Danny Britos, another McLaren. Jean-Marie Groslo. He's in a Ferrari. Correct, only Ferrari. All right, let's get back on board here with Saunders. Challenging again. We're getting close to the end. 5 minutes left, so the guys are going to start. I think the guys are going to start pushing a little bit. I might give the Lexus a try. I hear it's an interesting car to drive in LMU. Good car also. Let's see how the Lexus is. Just for some fresh stuff. So we'll have some changes in the standings with this finish, if this is the way it finishes. Get more into the LMU simulation, you notice that there's not as many mistakes than when we first started. There were people flying all over the place. But as people got used to it, they are very solid in these cars now. On board I like his little avatar there, looks like Frankenstein. He is putting the pedal to the metal. got 5 minutes left. He's got 18% left in his energy. How about John? John's got 50%. Diego's got 29. Murray's got 12. I have a feeling they'll be okay to finish. I don't think that 19 laps with 17% energy is correct. I have a feeling either that looks like there's a lot more fuel in that red bar right on the corner. I don't think the graphics are correct. Left, 3 minutes left. Is Howell gonna try and take it to him? He's taking it to him right now. He's taking it to him right now. Let's just stay on board for the rest of the race because I think he's gonna pull out all the stops. What you have to be careful with these LMU guys, you can't get on the power too fast. You can easily spin it. Saunders is trying to stay ahead. He's driving defensively. He doesn't catch Diego now. He just has to stay ahead. He's in the second position. You can hear the tires complaining a little bit in Howell's car. He's on the edge of adhesion. Cannot catch up in the straight. He's got to do it in the corners. Break. Be careful of that. He looks like Diego went wide up there. Sure by now, Howell knows where he's got an advantage on John. He'll try to push him even a little bit harder on whatever parts of the track he has an advantage on. John is a cool customer. He's catching up to Diego. Diego's probably playing it a little careful. He's dangerous sometimes, playing it safe, sometimes makes a mistake. You gotta keep pushing. Lap after lap, exactly the same. Oh, 1 to go in the race. Back up to the 2. Oh, yeah. Wrong place. This is where all the big southern roads the power on the exit. The truck, who's got the power? So again, catches up. Within a tenth of a second. On the straight. Here comes the straight. What kind of exit is he going to get? Pushing it a little harder than usual on this corner. So is Saunders. Look at that Porsche up there. Just has lots of mid-corner power. He just pulled away. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. We're going to get those. This will be the second last lap. Anything happening down below? No, everybody's got big gaps. Stick with these guys here. I hope you guys like the in-camera or in-car version. All the way through here. Take a peek at what Saunders is looking at. I don't think he's going to try for pole or for first place here. He just wants to keep Howells at bay. Diego's definitely playing it conservatively. I think we're going to get one more lap of this action, folks. 23rd lap. Oh, there he gets deep that time. Saunders might have been a little wide, and he was on the power early. Howells wasn't almost had some wheel slip there. I think he did. A little bit of snap on the steering wheel. Diego, he's got it within a second. Saunders does of the lead. That's just Diego. Look at how he can power through those corners with that horsepower. Now he's pushing hard and he's losing time. I think he's pushing a little too hard. He's opened up a 8.8 second gap. He's lost a little bit of time on the straight there. He's getting closer to Diego. Oh, that's the end of the race. That's the end of the race. All right, those three guys had a great race. So there is the finishing. Maybe we'll catch Murray coming over, or he's just finishing. Terry on the... It's kind of funny that ended up that way. So Terry in fifth place. We'll just watch him get his checkered flag. Checkered flag. Look like it shows. There's Christer coming in. He just went over. Hugo and another Mercedes. I'll watch just get everybody coming on the start-finish line. There's Hugo. We'll get a flag here. Hugo Caballero in 7th place. There's the start-finish. Michel Benchine not that far behind. There he is in the one and only Ferrari. Daniel Britos coming around that final corner in the McLaren F1 race this weekend, by the way. And Jean-Marie Groslo, good to see that these guys finished the race, did not give up. Jose and Jeremy had issues with technology. Jean-Marie Groslo in 10th place. There we go. Well, that's the race, guys. Sorry about the volumes. I will take a peek here and tell you our next race is where am I? Just gonna get out of this view in SimGrid and look for the next race. Hang on. Oh, went back too far. And I will show you the standings get upgraded this fast. Come on, where are we? Why is it not showing me the full schedule? Race number 8 is Fuji. And we have, that'll be April 10th. I can show you that. No, I won't show you that. Oh, yes, I can. I can. Yes, I can. Where is it? There is SimGrid. Fuji is next, April 10th. Well, practice race between those two, as you know. Maybe I'll race in the practice race. And after that's Paul Ricard, Kota, Imola, and Interlagos. So we will be on round number 8 in 2 weeks. We'll see you then. Where am I? Yes. We will see you then. Bye for now. LMU Racing with eSeniors. Bye for now.